our parents, you know, like they won't stand up for us in that way. And I think some parents do, but I feel like that can also harm us growing up. And I think it sometimes did, where we felt like if anything bad happened, bad grades, someone coming up to our parents and saying, oh, your daughter did this, immediately your mom looks at you and is like, did you do that? Is that something you did? And you get called out for it. But if it was the opposite and someone does something to you, are our parents going up to that other person with the same energy? A lot of times they didn't, because they just did not want to have a conflict. They don't like confrontation. They don't know how to interact with people like in that sense. But I think it's important sometimes when you have something happen to your child that is uncalled for, then you do have to at times take a stand.
There was a lot of times where even if I reflect on my own personal childhood, where you didn't feel like anybody was in your corner. Right? Yeah. People would say things to you, even like if I take something small, like when people would comment on my weight.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't have anybody being like going after the person saying the comment.
Yeah.
I always had to hear it back on me. Right? Like, oh, you know, maybe you should, maybe this, maybe you should work on this, maybe you should try and exercise a bit, maybe you shouldn't be eating all these things, whatever. It always came back to me. Versus like somebody looking at that person being like, that's inappropriate. She's a child. You don't need to be out here commenting on her weight. If you have an issue with it, like you deal with it on your own. You don't need to be projecting that on my kid.